and hang out and talk to you guys about some of the experiences that you had, recap some of the experiences that they had, and just really have a good time, hopefully. So if our audio is working, we hopefully will get the thumbs up from all of our peoples, and then we'd love to hear you guys chat with us. It looks like there's a bunch of people already out there saying hi, so let's say hi to Luke and Family Game Night. Yeah, you guys hung out with them, right? Blink625 says no sound.
Sound okay now.
Audio. Oh, good job. Luke was missing it, but
maybe there's the cameras. Make sure the cameras are on the right.
Yeah, always on the one puppy.
Is it
the live fun times?
Good.
So let's start with what is Origins in general, in case people have never been there, and then go from there. Does anybody have? I didn't pull any statistics, but it's probably like the number 3 largest event. What do you think?
It probably was the number 2.
Number 2?
It was probably number 2. Gen Con being the most. Are you talking about worldwide or?
Yeah, size worldwide. Yeah.
Worldwide, probably number 3, but PAX Unplugged's getting up there.
Are they catching up fast?
And I think UK Games Expo is
so
also getting.
It used to be number 3, with Essen being 1 and Gen Con being number 2, and then Origins, but now there's some other ones sort of vying for that position.
Wesley, I am also living vicariously through them, and we're glad you could join us tonight because, some of us couldn't make it, work schedules and obligations and things, but we are really excited to have been a part of it, at least represented there. So give us just the initial run through. You guys took off, you headed down there. When did you guys leave?
We left early Tuesday morning, bright and early Tuesday morning. Drove to Ohio. The convention is in Columbus, Ohio, at the Greater Columbus Convention Center, the main big one there. And we arrived early Tuesday because we were working with one of the exhibitors there. We work for CGE, and so we were there to help make sure everything was set up and just play some of the new games and prototypes that they had so that we can be ready to demo those starting Wednesday. Origins has kind of a slow, soft start Wednesday. The exhibit hall is not open, but open gaming is available. So lots of people come Wednesday just to hang out and
it's kind of funny, gaming. Like, because it's a soft open, like they don't really have like anyone watching the doors or anything like that. Even like if you don't have your badges yet, you just like walk in and just like they're just really like relaxed. And whereas I know other conventions, it's like once like people start arriving, they have like guards at all the doors.
Well, PAX Unplugged up in Philly, they had metal detectors and everything that you would go through, and they would search your bags and stuff like that every time you tried to get into the convention center. And I apologize for my voice. I came back from the convention with, a little bit of con crud.
A little con crud, not too much.
So I'm drinking lemon echinacea tea.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Josh Graber said he had the opportunity to see Melissa on Sunday, and he said, recognizing YouTube celebrities in person is always an odd experience. I know you, not really. I feel the same way. It's really funny. Like, when I see like fans, and you can tell that like they've recognized you, but you realize you don't know each other. Like, I think that's a hilarious experience because you're like, I know they want to come say hi. Just come say hi for one thing.
Right. You're always welcome to say hi.
You're always welcome to
Absolutely.
say hi.
We'd love to hang out, talk, play, whatever. I do the same thing though with other people. I'll be like, oh yeah. That so-and-so's channel, I haven't actually met him in person. I've watched 100 of his videos or whatever. It's a weird feeling. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I also never assume that someone knows who I am either, so I try to introduce myself, and if they're kind of staring at me, I'm like, well, I'm part of a YouTube channel. And then sometimes they're like, oh, that's why you look familiar.
Yes.
But Kevin wasn't there with me, so it was a little harder because the pair wasn't there.
Yeah, I had work responsibilities, but yeah.
But I think we've learned our lesson, and next time at least Melissa will take the hat with him.
Yes.
With her,
Well,
even
we
if
have
she can't bring
plans
him with
for
her.
next year, so don't
We've got some
worry.
plans. No.
One thing that I thought was nice this year at Origins was they moved registration.
Okay, talk about that.
There are 3 different pods that kind of correspond with the A, B, and C exhibit halls. Normally registration has been right in the A pod, right where all the traffic is, the main traffic coming off of High Street in Columbus, and they moved it all the way down to the C area where there really wasn't anything
Is that where the
going
big face
on.
is?
Yes.
Yes.
That ginormous.
Yes.
head.
So there was a large open space there. So that's where they set up registration. It was much smoother.
Oh, yeah?
Much smoother. There didn't seem to be as many lines this year. People were able to get through much more quickly. They also had you go through 2 different sections. So you went through one to get your badge. They had you scan a code to get it so that it automatically printed for you.
Cool.
And then you went and picked up any other materials.
They're learning!
Yes.
I wonder who gets credit for that,
So
because-
those who didn't have materials and extra things to pick up, they could just speedily go through the line, and they didn't have to wait for those who needed extra time.
Any questions?
After 20 years of doing it the same way, like, you know that they had to have hired some new person that was like, what if we tried this, you guys?
Yeah.
A lot of people have recommendations for you that you should drink plenty of water and use hand sanitizer. My secret trick is actually those airborne tablet things. Like, you pop those babies, like, morning and night, and you just are on, you have extra energy, extra life force.
Extra life force.
That's exactly how it goes.
Are you stealing it from someone? Like, how does that work?
I am. I'm draining it out of the people around me. Zach Conley says, the face art was a nightmare machine.
Yeah, don't look at that. Yeah.
That thing is scary. Like, I actually tried it once and I was like, oh, how do I delete this? I can't get it off here. It wasn't a good idea.
So I know tonight we'd like to talk to you about any questions you guys have, but we want to talk about games that you guys saw, games you brought back, people you saw, things you did, stories, roadkill, anything.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to hear all the little bits and things.
Bits and bits. New game right there.
Yes, we
Bits
did.
and bits.
Driving up, see a piece of roadkill that was a first for both Sarah and I.
Yes.
Driving up to Ohio, looked on the side of the road, and there was a black bear, a dead black bear, on the side of the road.
Wow.
Never seen that before.
At least not on the East Coast at all.
Luke Venable says, I'm super curious about PAX Transhumanity. Was that a game you guys played? I've heard both good and bad reports. Did anyone play it?
I did not play
Did
that
not
one.
play that one.
We'll have to look at that a little bit closer for you guys.
Yeah, because we were demoing part-time with CGE, we had about 4 hours each day in their room teaching games, and then the rest of the 4 hours out into the exhibit hall, and then the evenings to play games and stuff. So
And a lot of the time,
yeah, I didn't see as much as I wish I would have seen.
because a lot of times in the exhibit hall you are interviewing and talking to publishers, so you're not able just to walk the halls like you normally are. So
Yes, if you were there, you might have seen us lugging camera equipment and tripods and things like that around.
Family Game Night in West Virginia says they have to recommend what they were teaching, which was Die Hard, and that's from The Op. I got to see some of the footage that they shot of that, which is very cool. He says it's the best Christmas movie turned into the best Christmas board game.
wait a second here.
No, I do love it. I love that is recognized as a Christmas movie. The components for it look pretty cool. The description of it sounded neat. Did you guys you just got that? Did you actually get to play it or just get to see the...
We did not get to play it, but we did get to see the prototype early version of the game, so it'll be ready right at Christmas.
Yeah, it's a one versus many, so one player plays as...
John.
Yes, John, Bruce Willis, and then the other players are the thieves, and they have differing goals that they're trying to do to win the game.
Yeah, and I think there's like scenes like you play 3 scenes or something which are directly from the movie. It looks pretty cool. I'm a Die Hard fan for sure.
You guys went to the Melt. Did you guys go to the North Market?
We walked to the Melt in the rain, so we melted.
Dedication.
Yes.
But then it was a very, very long line, so we did not actually eat there.
But you went to the North Market.
Mm-hmm.
You went to Jenny's ice cream.
Yes.
What kind of ice cream did you guys get?
Oh, I got 3 flavors.
You got the little 3-scoop thing?
Yes, and then after I got it, I was like, oh, Kevin usually shares this with me. Uh-oh.
I got wild berry lavender, which was excellent.
Sounds like relaxing.
Yes. I also got a scoop of, let me see if I can remember.
You guys any peanut butter chocolate?
I got a peanut butter one.
Okay.
I had a peanut butter and jelly the last time I was there, which was surprisingly good.
The other one I got was a buttered biscuit and fresh peach.
How many times did you guys go?
I got 2 scoops. We just went 2 weeks ago, so I did have a chance to go to the Melt and Jenny's.
So you got to hang out with the Funkhouses at that night?
Yeah.
We did. There was a meetup for Man vs. Meeple and Skybound Games and Druid City helped to sponsor it.
Brawling
Brothers were
Blue
also
Peg,
there.
Pink Peg.
Yeah. Cool.
And so it was a huge mashup of a bunch of the media that met at Callahan's. So we hung out there for a while, and then we headed over and got ice cream.
Cool.
So very cool.
So you guys played CEGE, and I showed this little box cover earlier when you guys were talking about it. This is a prototype version of Letter
Jelly.
No.
If you are from Australia.
No, Letter Jam. So CGE's famous game, Code Names.
Oh wait, you call it jam in Australia. Sorry. Okay, I'm following along on that.
Why is Will talking back there? Anyway, this is a new word game from CGE coming out at Gen Con?
Yes, at Gen Con.
So we will probably put a video together in the next few weeks, maybe a playthrough or something you can join us. But this is a really thinky, this is a cooperative word game. This is a thinky word game. And
and Sarah demoed it.
I demoed it all week. One thing I think is new with this is I think a lot of word games alienate people who are really good at word games and those who aren't good at word games.
Oh, the two extremes.
This is a cooperative.
So you want everyone to...
So everyone is working together
to
try and get a word at the end of the game.
I played it the other night, and it was fun. I mean, it was interesting on how they make it cooperative and how you're working together to think Hanabi plus a word game co-op. So, yeah, maybe when we do the video, we can show you more about that. So,
a game that I came home with that my kids were so excited.
Your kids were...
was
Just
Dirty
the kids?
Pig. Well, okay, Will was ecstatic as well. This was just a simple little card game. It's got a lot of Take That in it, but it was right up their alley. They loved that it came in. Another pouch just like Happy Salmon. This is from the Happy Planet line with North Star and Cosmos. So, very cute, fun little game that I picked up, and it's already been played a dozen times.
So, to backtrack, sorry, Zach Conley says Letter Jam would have been a much better game for them if the person demoing it for them had told them it was cooperative.
Oh no!
That's hilarious.
Oh no! Sarah, it wasn't you.
One tidbit of crucial information.
What else are people asking? What other things?
I got some good comments on the Bruce Willis game as well. The movie unfolds, and so does the board. What? That's cool. I didn't know that.
The board always unfolds, Will.
I think
I
it's as
think
the movie
the
unfolds.
board starts
Okay.
folded up, and as you go
sometimes
along,
it doesn't fold. There's
it
some
has to open up, and
Okay.
new things are revealed.
Somebody played the game Bushido from Gray Fox Games and said it was a fantastic
You guys did
two-player
that.
dice and card battle game.
Yes.
You guys get to preview that one. I don't remember if
You guys have it, don't you?
Do we have it?
Bushido?
Is it? Or do we bring it home? Is that one of those we brought back?
I don't think so. I think it was one that we had at Tantrum Con.
Yeah.
Have I played it?
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
I think you played it.
Is that the one where you like rock paper scissors? No.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Tell me what it is so I can remember. Oops, Sarah. I don't know what somebody said. Wes said oops. I missed it earlier when it wasn't awesome.
Oh, it's this one.
No,
West,
it wasn't
the West.
Sarah. Okay,
Read the
gotcha.
West comment.
The West comment is, hey Sarah, saw you walking around but didn't get to say hi. Missed our CMON demo team this year. Sarah is on the CMON demo
Yes.
team sometimes though. So.
Yes.
But there was no...
There
CMON
was no
was-
CMON this
yeah,
year, right?
Come On was not there
Oh yeah,
this year.
that company.
Yes.
That's right.
Come On was not there at Origins. There were a few larger companies that opted not to be
I
there.
don't know if I played
I know it was kind of a tight turnaround with some of the other conventions. Dice Tower Con is coming up soon. And so it's expensive for exhibitors to be at conventions. I don't think the average person realizes the tens of thousands of dollars that exhibitors spend.
Every
and then
year,
people
yeah.
come and still expect everything to be on sale. So it's just something to think about. When you go to a convention and buy board games, when you purchase them from the exhibitors, you are directly giving them all your money and profits going directly to them instead of all the other people that are involved. So if you really want to support a publisher and designer, buying directly from them is a good way to go too.
So I see you have a couple other games down there, Sarah.
I do.
Share with us another one.
One that I got to play with Will this week since I've been back is Gem Hens from Social Sloth.
And which is an imprint from Gray Fox?
Yes.
Okay.
This one I think was one of those silent sleepers that a lot of people didn't notice or didn't pick up, and they brought it home, just bought it on a whim, and it has been a hit online so far. I've seen a lot of comments.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad that they decided to use it for their social sloth imprint, because Gray Fox, Gem Hens, they might not match.
Right, you gotta watch out. It is a lot of fun though. We got to play it a couple times this afternoon. It worked great for Liam, who's like our 11-year-old. He had a good time with it. It was heavy enough, like it's a little deceiving because it looks super cutesy, but it's got some pretty meaty decisions in it.
I'm looking forward to playing it sometime.
And between the programming part and the dice, rolling and everything else that you have in the game, it's got a lot of little things going on that are really, really enjoyable. So that was a win.
You real time roll dice, but it's not like what most real time games are. You're just trying to roll dice quickly and allocate them on your board. And then those are the actions that you have. So it's kind of a little bit of programming. And then...
Action selection based on what you managed to roll.
Yeah. And then you go ahead and take your actions, determining on the pecking order that you get for the round. And your actions are either moving around the board to pick up gems that the farmer has scattered, or you can...
Really wealthy farmer who feeds his chickens with
grain gems, nice. Or you can scratch the dirt and more gems show up on the board, and then you have to put them in your Fabergé egg.
Cool.
Family Game Night said that Sarah Traeger brought her sweet Tantrum House bag.
I think you should get it real quick.
Should we go pull it down?
Yes.
Pull it down.
And then Ryan Pill said, people with Tantrum House bags are the best sort of people.
Okay, so Will's gonna go
on more things.
Since we are more informal here, just Tantrum talking with you, Will's gonna go grab the Tantrum House
I didn't
bag.
see the bag while I was
saw
there.
it, really?
We
Yeah.
saw it coming in on the cart, and we're like, Tantrum House bag.
You should take a picture with it. We should take selfies with every bag that we see.
So anyway, this was given to people at Tantrum Con, the premier badges. And now, we're not sure, we're going to try and sell these in the future. We're talking to the company. But we actually have some other things in the works.
Like this? No, just kidding.
We have some other things in the works for Tantrum Con, other types, another type of bag. Not specifically this one. But so this is our first in the line of Tantrum Con or Tantrum House bags. We've got another one coming that we are developing with Customs. The bag company.
Yeah, C1, I think it's their name. And they've done some really excellent work for us. We've got some cool ideas for some future stuff, which will be even better. Yeah, that's fun. I'm glad those are making it out into the wild.
So, any other family games you all picked up to bring home?
I brought home this one.
Grim Masquerade.
This was a hot one as well at the con.
That's from Skybound, right?
This one's from Skybound in Druid City. The demo tables were full all week. For this one, everyone trying to get a playthrough in before it's released.
I'm assuming that's the Cuddington's artwork.
Yes, Mr. Cuddington.
I really like the art style, and the theme intrigues me. I know Melissa and I aren't really into the social deduction games, but I'd probably try it just because I'm interested in...
Now, is it not social deduction?
It's not really social.
Oh.
It's just deduction.
Oh, I like deduction games.
So I don't think there's a whole lot of talking. It's you do deduction with cards.
Oh, I like talking and deduction. That's my type of game.
So everyone has a secret identity, one of the characters in the Brothers Grimm's world.
All right.
And you pick up cards that have items on them that go with certain characters.
To the characters? Okay.
Yes. And then each one has a bane and a...
so it's like Clue. No, I'm kidding.
Not at all. So
right,
I think it's got a nice family weight to it.
All right, and that's probably going to be more in retail probably later this summer, I'm guessing? Yeah. Cool.
If you know... Okay, so all you graphic design nerds out there, my wife and I saw this box, and the first thing we noticed was the typeface that Masquerade is in. It's probably just because we're nerds, but when we first got into graphic design,
I noticed.
porcelain was one of the hottest typefaces everybody was using. This is not porcelain. It's from the same designer, and I can't remember what the name is. So if you magically know the name of this typeface, you'll get a ding if we were the Brawley Brothers for telling us what it is.
Typeface for Masquerade, not Grimm.
Okay, yeah. but it's from the same designer. That's cool. You
$25 for Masquerade? Is that really what all it costs?
that's a pretty good price point,
That's pretty
really.
awesome.
So I see Shikoku down there.
Yes.
So, Grand Gamers Guild.
So pretty.
I really am wanting to play this one with a bigger group.
Okay. So what is the player
So,
count? 2 to what?
It's more than
3
we
to
have
8.
here because we
3 to
played it
8.
already.
Okay.
This one, you are on a journey through the temples, I believe, in the island of Shikoku, Japan. It's the smallest island. And it kind of reminds me of, you know, the mechanic in King Domino where you bid for the tiles and
Yes.
whoever bids builds
Yeah,
for the best one goes last the next
uh-huh.
turn. It's got a little bit of that in it, but
Okay.
you have cards.
Okay.
And so you don't want to be the first one to the temple, and you don't want to be the last one. Everything needs
Is that
to
a
be in
watercolor on the front?
It
like
is like kind of cut out paper.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
I've seen that style before. Like
From
they
far
cut,
away, it looks like
they cut a
watercolor.
layer and then they overlap all
Oh,
the pieces.
yeah.
I've seen some really cool stuff done that way, and that's really cool by itself.
So this one was, I think they sold out of this one.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a nice small box. 3
Yeah.
to 8. It's a great player count.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that Grand Gamers Guild has gone straight to retail with the game.
No, they did Stroop. I
Did
think
they do straight to retail?
Yeah. But that was a really
Um,
small box. This
Yes,
is
this was a little bit bigger
Yeah.
game. So and it's one that I believe was published overseas and they're bringing to.
Oh, that's cool.
United
Some
States.
localization to the U.S.
Yeah.
Speaking of Grand Gamers Guild, their game Artemis Project was very hot.
Yes.
They
it
sold
was.
out of the quantity that they had. Now I think it's still being delivered to backers. So backers, some of them might not have it yet, but it's coming soon, and it's one that Kevin and I previewed in its prototype form and really enjoyed,
Yeah.
like dice worker placement
Yeah,
with
dice worker
Artemis
placement.
Project.
They've also got Endeavor. Is that?
Yes, that was another hot one. That
Yeah, and there's currently an expansion on Kickstarter for Endeavor.
Yes,
the
there were a lot of
Endeavor
people
expansion.
demoing
Age of
the
Expansion.
Age of Expansion, yeah.
I feel like expansion isn't a word that should be used
As an
in an
expansion.
expansion. Is that?
But that's what the game is about.
You're
Is expanding
expanding.
the known world at the time.
But there's another
It's
game
kind of
that-
clever. The
Tasty-
double meaning
I think
there.
Tasty Minstrel did that with their game.
Belfort.
Bell for
Expansion.
expansion or something
Yeah.
like that.
Because
Anyway.
that was a building game.
It was another
yeah.
Well, we need to probably say goodbye soon.
We have
Did
a
we?
whole list
Oh,
of stuff to
oh,
talk
sorry.
about.
Okay, well.
Kevin's bedtime is.
I'm just-
Actually,
So-
Kevin just learned that the Harry Potter
Oh,
Pokemon
That's
Go
what you're trying to
game
get
Yes.
off.
I was like, yeah, I
Just
think we probably
on.
just need to go because I just gotta, yeah.
Do you have a friend code yet? Can you already friend people on?
So it was funny as I was putting my code, my names and stuff like that. I accidentally spelled my name Kevon, Kevon,
Kevon.
instead of Kevin. So I am Kingsley Kevon on Wizards Unite, Harry Potter. Thank you, Katie, for helping me with that. Appreciate it. But I'm looking forward to playing it. I never really got into the Pokemon Go, but the Harry Potter theme really is intriguing. So I'm gonna see how
Kevin's
that
gonna
goes.
be in it now.
Yeah, I was sad I didn't get to try the Harry Potter game from the
Duel.
The Duel
Yeah.
game, but it's a two-player kind of version that's similar to the Hogwarts battle.
The deck
Some
bat-
of the
deck building
cards
one? Okay.
look similar, but it's head-to-head two-player. I did buy some things while I was there. I bought 2 of the graphic novel adventure books from Van Ryder Games, the 2 Sherlock Holmes ones. So I'm very
Because we
excited.
have the other one. The original.
Yes, from season 1, and this is season 2. And these books, one of them is Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty, and then the other one is Sherlock Holmes, The Challenge of Irene Adler. And I think this one's actually 2-player, where one person plays as Irene Adler and the other one as Sherlock Holmes.
Ooh, I guess I'll play as Irene Adler.
So I'm very excited to dive into these.
Cool.
Family Game Night prefers Dueling Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Okay.
Did you guys get to play that one? Or
Mm-mm. No.
my kids are still awake apparently, and they play Pokemon Go every day.
Oh, are they commenting now? Yeah.
Tell them they need to change.
They want to play Minecraft Go or whatever it's called when it
Yeah.
goes live, because that actually looks pretty cool to me. Zach Conley had the first set of the GNA.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We have the Sherlock Holmes one. In the
I
first
think
set.
Ryan and Katie have the Loop Guru.
Mhm.
Is that right? And I think we played one of the
Your
other ones.
Town.
Your Town. And then we actually did play the mystery version from the new set. So cool.
What else do we have in the
What
stash?
else?
So a few other games that we had a great time playing. We played a new one from Calliope Games called Ship Shape, and this was designed by Rob Davio. This was a very quick, kind of a bidding game. You are pirates and you're filling your cargo hold with loot, and you just have a 3x3 grid, and you have to fill it with these crates. So you bid, everyone has the same number of cards, and fill it, and there are these really thick tiles that are punched out, and they have 3 items in it, and you place it on top, and then you keep playing, and you add 3 things, and you try and fill your grid exactly.
Cool.
You get bonus points.
Right,
I look forward to
because it's
that.
like 3-dimensional. You look down and see what is covered.
Yeah, you look down in your cargo hold and see what all you've placed in there. So, yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
It's coming out in July from Calliope Games. Ship Shape.
And they have another one, Spy Master, too.
Yes.
That looked interesting.
Spy Master, kind of think Pandemic,
Okay.
but a much quicker, like, I guess the Pandemic map.
I was gonna say, Pandemic was not my favorite game.
And this one's competitive.
This
not
one is a
cooperative.
competitive, you're trying to go locations
Okay.
with the right number of cards.
Okay, so it looks like Pandemic, but it doesn't look like.
Right. It also
Yeah.
has a I split you choose
Okay.
mechanic where you're laying out a bunch of cards and they have to stay in order, and then kind of like New York Slice where you're taking the pizza slices.
Cool.
So you're slicing up the cards into different stacks, and then you get to choose the stack last if you're the one who does it. And you're using those cards to move and to achieve missions.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Shout out from CGE. OGD says, Sarah, he hopes your back recovers from hauling that tripod around.
Yes. Yes. I'm good.
I did send her with the heavy one, I'll admit. I was trying to use the other one, which has a better controlled pivot on it to shoot some B-roll, and I was like, you're going to have to take this 90-pound one. I'm sorry, that's the only option that we have.
The only option.
The only option.
As I look at
As
like
we have
3
4
tripods in a
sitting
row.
in here.
So our show sponsor, Academy Games, was showing off One Small Step, right? Did you guys
Yes.
get to look at that a little bit, or?
We did.
Okay.
It is a game coming that they're bringing to Kickstarter on July 16th.
That's right, yeah.
July 16th or 17th? 16th?
And it is the anniversary of the Apollo moon landing.
50 years. That's
Wow,
pretty awesome.
50 years.
I think
This
that makes
is
my
a-
parents feel older than that.
This is a team versus team game. It's worker placement, and you can do 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. You can probably also do 2 versus 1. So one half is playing as the USA and the other as the USSR, and you're trying to be the first to get to the moon.
Yeah, the game, the art style looked interesting. I saw some pictures and looking forward to the Origins recap video that
it's due tomorrow.
That's due tomorrow
Yeah, we
morning.
probably do need to go soon. Let's wrap this up.
that Will's been very very hard working on it. That Melissa and Sarah did all those interviews and we compiled together for our Origins
They
recap.
captured like 1,000 hours of footage that I'm trying to sort through. But it's going to be amazing, and you'll probably get to see it maybe tomorrow. Depends on what time I go to bed.
Sarah was maybe
Let's just
gleefully
say-
shooting footage after carrying that tripod around, knowing that Will would have to
That was
edit
the
it.
I was like,
payback right
I'm
there.
just glad I don't have to
So here's the thing. I do polls every week of here's the list of things that are coming out. Which ones are you really excited about? By far, the Origins recap
Really?
video is
Good.
like the one that everyone wants to see. I did it on Twitter poll and a YouTube poll, and both of them.
And it beat out the block video.
The black video I don't have till like
Oh,
the next week.
Wasn't in the competition.
Listen, I don't really put that in because it
I
usually
did-
blows everything out of the
I
water.
do have to say, if there's any exhibitors watching, or people who work for exhibitors, when somebody pulls out a camera and tripod and is intently filming something, a big crowd tends to form around them to see, like, this must be really important. I really need to see what's going on if somebody's here filming it. So, you might want to just have somebody with a fake camera there going ahead and recording your stuff, because you will draw a crowd that way.
I think we have lost our feed.
I think you're actually still live, so
Okay.
only
Okay.
Sarah and Melissa
We're-
are visible on screen.
I
so-
see us.
Okay.
I still see us. So we're gonna keep talking
All
while
right,
yeah.
while
We're
Will's
still
there.
going. There's some.
I'll
Let me
read
look
some
else on my list.
Well, I'm gonna
here.
read a couple comments while you guys are
Okay.
looking and helping out. So we have a question about a magic show with Brian Drake. Yeah, Brian Drake, he does some stuff with the Dice Tower. He does it, I think, pretty much full-time magic shows and things. We're back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Katie. Woo!
See with magic. That's what
Okay.
it was. That was what happened.
Oh,
Anyway.
maybe you guys could team up.
Maybe
or
we can
something?
team up and talk. I do some
Collaboration?
stuff. I do some stuff in town here in Greenville, and I do like stuff at the country clubs and different restaurants and shows for businesses. But it's more like a side thing that I do magic shows for that I really enjoy doing. But I don't know if I like to. That's just another level doing it like for like a big show. I do a lot more like sleight of hand. More close-up magic is what they would refer to.
Now, are we going to give away? Did you already mention some of the projects that we've been working on the side?
Mhm.
Oh no, I have not. But
We
you're welcome
may
to.
have just done a little video shoot this past weekend, had some fun, played around with some magic concepts. So be looking for that video soon. I don't know if I'm sure we'll just release it on Facebook and YouTube when it's ready, but you know, Kevin was like sharing some of his magic tricks, his magic powers with others in the house, and we may have caught some video of it.
That's
so
right. That's right.
Should be fun to watch that one when it comes out.
Oh, looks like someone would like us or to know what your favorite thing at Origins was. Favorite thing.
Favorite thing.
I would have to say, like, seeing people, like, friends that we've made in the industry that we see only at conventions, seeing fans, because we talk to this camera and we can't really see you. Sometimes you comment, but it's always nice to know that someone's out there watching and listening and enjoys what we do. So the human element of seeing the people and playing games with them and interacting is probably one of my favorite things.
I would agree. Some of my favorite times from this past week were we got to play some games with people that we only see once in a while, and we even got to do some game development with
I
some
heard about
friends. And so it was really cool to see in just one evening. We played a very quick game that had kind of a liar's dice element to it, and then we're like, well, what if we did this, or what if you did this? And we played a new version, and then we're like, what if you did this? This would be amazing. And see the game progress to something that, like, this could be a real game. Seeing the development there behind the scenes is a lot of people don't get to see that development of games.
Yeah, and getting to see the finished piece is always super cool because we've
Yes.
done some things where we've like gone to, grabbed a lunch with somebody, played the prototype one year, next year at Origins, ta-da, published real thing, and you're like, oh no, I gave that suggestion. remember?
Zach Conley says you guys completely redesigned that game.
Yes, we did.
Chris had a good idea that we should incorporate some TantrumCon magic or magic into TantrumCon.
Okay.
That's what we need. We need a little Kevin stage show.
Okay.
Maybe one of our meal events.
There we
It
go.
could be magical.
I
Magic
heard that
and
may have
real.
happened last year.
Did you do magic? Oh yeah, I did.
He
hear
did
about
magic
that.
at our table.
I did a little.
Yeah.
And you did some for the crew from Parks, right? Didn't you
Yep.
pull off one of your
Yep.
best
Yeah.
tricks?
I
in the
did
history
to do
of-
something there that I will never be able to do it again. It was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sarah and I both really like roll and write, so we played a bunch of different ones at the convention because they're super hot. Steve Jackson Games has Danger Doodle, and then there's Cartographers from Thunderworks, and then we've actually played a prototype
Yes.
of one that might be one of Sarah's favorites.
Oh,
Yes.
by the way, I just got the PDF for that.
I saw that.
Print and play.
Okay.
The print and play. Yes, this is called Seven Bridges. The map was created by a cartographer, and the designer lives in Brazil, Ron Halliday. And it should be coming to Kickstarter later this year from Puzzling Pixel. Is that correct?
Possibly.
And so I'm hoping that their Kickstarter goes really well. This is a really cool roll and write. Think Railroad Ink, but way blown up out of proportion. Like, just so many ways to get points. Pretty much every line that you make on your map gives you points, but the only way that you get to score in the game is every bridge that you cross lets you score one type of scoring
I'll be looking
method.
forward to playing it.
So it just makes it incredibly more difficult and thinky. Like, you can just put roads wherever you want, but you may not even score those points if you don't
The
go
winner-
across the bridge.
The winner of the table flipping tournament is on right now.
Is he live?
Woohoo!
Jeremy
Famous.
Oh yeah.
Donlin.
Hey Jeremy, what's up, man?
Woo!
Congratulations on. I hope you'll be back next year to defend your title.
And we saw you guys at Come On Expo. That was nice to see you there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You said, in the B-roll, I don't know what game this was, but it looked really interesting to me. You rolled 4 dice and you put them into like this cup.
Lanterns dice.
Lantern's dice.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
I'd like to try that. So,
Yes.
and
That was another hot one from
And-
Renegade.
another one
Those
that Jeremy
Lantern's
asked
dice.
is about on tour. It's another roll and write. And Melissa and I have played it. I don't know. Yeah, I think Sarah played
I
it.
remember
Yes, I
seeing
played
it. It's
it
got a
too.
cool box
Sarah
cover.
played
That
it.
was a good one.
And yeah, you're sort of trying to connect your tour across the U.S. by rolling the right numbers, hopefully, and creating the best route for your tour bus. And yeah, it was pretty fun. So that's on Kickstarter. I think it's in retail now.
Yeah, and it was at the show. They had it at the
Oh,
booth.
did they? Cool. Board Game Tables is in the publishing.
Yes.
Cool.
I think that's one of the things that we also need to do at TantrumCon next year is like a massive roll and write. Like,
Does
pick a
everyone
game.
do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe somebody votes for it, but then like see if we can get
Put it up on a
300 people.
projector
Yeah,
or
yeah, put it
something.
on a projector. See if we can get 300 people to play it together.
Okay.
Give away an epic prize to the super winner.
The super winner. What if someone does the same exact route?
Ooh,
Yeah, there could be
that'd be
ties.
amazing. It
They
would be
have to split
amazing.
it.
I wonder. I feel like, not that I don't trust you guys. I feel like that'd be an easy one to cheat on. Like a roll and write with 100 people, you could just be like, yeah, 7 points, all right. Oh, crazy.
Well, we're ready to go play some Wizards Unite?
Not yet, Kevin. We have more to talk about.
We
More
do.
still?
More stuff.
Yes.
What do you already got?
Tell us.
Well, the op made an announcement about an upcoming game with a popular IP,
Toy Story 4.
Toy
Yes.
Story. They're going to have a game similar to Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle,
I
a
know
deck
you-
building game,
I know
but
you-
with a Toy Story theme.
I know you said that, and I know that I really enjoy the Harry Potter deck building game, but I'm trying to see, like, would I like it in the Toy Story world?
Yeah, I don't know what you're
My
going to be
question will
fighting
be,
against or
will
what.
you cry at the end of it? Because I feel like that's the thing that I have to do with every Toy Story movie now. So, is that going to be part of the game?
I don't know. If
Can I
there's a
get-
spork in it, we might have to buy it.
Yeah, I'm sure they gotta have the spork.
Forky?
Forky?
It's for.
It's Forky?
Yeah,
It's not a pork.
Here's a spork.
I know.
Has anyone actually seen it? Is it out yet?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not out yet.
I think it's
Okay,
coming out
not
this
too bad.
weekend, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
soon.
I saw Aladdin. Did you guys see Aladdin?
No.
No.
That was really good, actually.
Why are we changing topics?
I don't know.
We're talking about things that people care about. Do you care about Aladdin?
No, but something people care about is cats.
Cats?
And there was
Should we talk about
a
those?
cat prototype game that was very hot called Isle of Cats.
We have that in the other room.
We do. We were able to get a prototype of it. This one, I'll let Melissa explain a little bit because I haven't actually played it yet, but Melissa has.
Yes, each player has a boat, and it's a player board, and each boat is slightly different, and you are sailing to the Isle of Cats to rescue them from this nefarious person that wants to kidnap them, and these are like magical cats.
Maybe I should help you.
Yes.
So you don't lose your voice.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
So,
Kind of.
What kind of cats are they, Kevin?
Magical cats. They're basically different colors, and as you are trying to rescue these cats, you are paying fish and these baskets, and you're basically drafting cards to rescue these cats, and they are polyomino, which is basically Tetris-like style pieces that you're placing in your boat, and you're connecting these cats together to fill the boat up to cover rats, because rats are negative points, to fill in rooms, because you want to fill in the rooms, because if you don't fill in rooms are negative points. And your cat families, basically the colored cats, if they're the same color, the more you have, the better points you're going to get. And
But the same color has to be next to each
correct.
other to score points.
So it's over 5 rounds, and you're drafting cards each round, getting things to get more fish, and even end game goals, what they call lessons. So yeah.
Yeah, and then with the card draft, you have to pay to keep the cards, so that there's
Yeah, the
these
Terraforming
really
Mars
hard
thing.
decisions about, do I keep this one? Is it worth it? I might need that fish to actually get a cat, so
The cat
interesting.
puns have begun.
are they
See, I told you
streaming
people
on-
cared about cats.
Oh, no. I
Someone's
love
going to
cats.
pause for a moment to think about how good the game was.
Oh my.
Sorry, I derailed the entire internet with that one.
That's fine. I will have a preview video of Isle of Cats next week. So, for that. All right, what else is on your list so we can say goodbye? I mean, so we can say hello. Hello, goodbye.
Copenhagen from Queen was really popular.
Mm-hmm.
I know we all played it before when it was on Kickstarter and really, really enjoyed it.
It's very similar to Ohio, which looks like Ariel, but it's Portuguese, and I probably didn't say it right, but I tried.
So that one was popular too at Pandasaurus.
I think it's Ahio.
Ahio?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What do you think?
It's Portuguese. I need to ask some friends who know Portuguese.
Because they said H-A-I, hi.
But I think it's he.
He?
I don't know.
And
in Spanish, it's he. H-I would be he.
You know what?
I don't know.
It's alright. At least I tried.
So any questions that you guys have, go ahead and submit them now because I think we are on the tail end. Saturday, we are going to be doing another live. Is that on Facebook or YouTube?
No, we're doing YouTube.
YouTube live again on Saturday. We're going to talk about, we're going to kind of look at some of the games that they brought back as well as a host of other ones. We've got just, what's the word for it? Deluge, plethora, a lot of board games to cover, and we want to just kind of get some out there that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet. Do a little unboxing-ish type of thing and just kind of breeze through them so you can see some of the stuff that's on our table right now.
We're trying to find a good segment name for it since we're going to try and do it on a monthly basis, and we're saying like what's on the table. So, but if you can think of a better segment name for like a compilation video of like 8 to 10 games, let us know.
Yeah, we'd be all ears. That wasn't a cat pun. That was just me saying we'd be all ears. I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you for everyone that watched.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun. Hope you guys lived vicariously as we did through Sarah and Katie's.
I like this new setup that you have on here, by the way.
Yeah? Do you guys like that? The dark, I don't even know what the word is for it. It's not creepy.
Mood lighting.
Mood lighting. It was fun. It was cool. Thank you guys. It was fun hanging out with you guys too. Thanks, Katie.
So don't forget.
Thanks, Katie, for running the computer over there.
A couple things. Tomorrow we're gonna have an Origins recap video.
Right, 100%.
Saturday morning we'll have a live video where we have our compilation, what's on the table, and we wanted to thank our show sponsor, Academy Games.
Yeah, and we'll put up a slide in just a second so you can learn about that. We did get one question. Kevin, what are you and Melissa looking most forward to at Dice Tower Con?
Well, Jeremy, are you going to be there?
Because that will be the thing we're looking forward to.
No, right now we're not really volunteering, so it's pretty much. Actually, I guess we are helping Dice Tower out a little bit.
We'll be in the hot games room occasionally, teaching and demoing games.
Yeah. So I really just playing games with people. That's what I'm looking forward to, hanging out and.
More of a low-key con than what we normally go to.
Yeah, I've never been. Will said it was the best con ever, other than I guess Tantrum Con.
I don't know if I said the best one ever, but I said it was really
No, he
good.
literally said it was the best one ever.
Definitely
but then we had Tantrum Con.
Oh, that's true.
It was pre-Tantrum Con that I went to it. So, yeah, you guys will definitely have a good time and enjoy it because it will be a little bit more vacation-y than normal.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking forward to that.
Have some fun, take some pictures, send us, make us all jealous.
Yeah.
We'll live vicariously. I think that pretty much does it for us. We will wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in Saturday, and we'll see you guys.
Check out the Kickstarter for Academy Games, One Small Step.
Sometime soon. Bye.
Bye.
Katie, now you can put up that graphic about the one small step.
Did it go over? Yay! That goes over. So we can just talk in the